What a strange thing. Who has ever heard of some crazy sanitary fair that was held in 1864? Here we go. Are you kidding me? We needed to build all this so that we could buy bandages? We needed to spend $20 million to raise $1 million? Unbelievable. Will you just look at this city in 1864? 1864. What have the people been doing in America for the last 100 years? From my perspective, nothing needed to be done. How many of these towers and spires are still standing? And what of this? Once again, you need to tell me you need to have a fair to raise money for bandages, and you have a building like this? Again, this building alone is a $20 million building.
In a series of bright lights streaking across the sky overnight.
They were seen across Southern California. KTLA's Carlos Herrera is live in Porter Ranch with more. Carlos, good morning.
Hey, good morning. And many people confused. A lot of our viewers reaching out to us asking, what in the world is going on? Take a look here. It was a spectacular light show over Southern California early this morning. You can see it there. We got video from all over Southern California, including this viewer from Lakewood. He was as confused as we were when we saw the video, wondering what is going on here? Where is it coming from? We also got video from Anaheim showing bright streaks of light soaring over the sky. People describing it as some type of debris or meteor falling out of the sky. Here's another view from San Bernardino. Now, the big question is, where did it come from? This morning, no official answer just yet, but of course, there's a lot of speculation.
What's the others on that? Good vibes, Adri.
Any product and it says all natural, throw it away and never buy anything from that company again. Because the word all natural, and I have been in the meetings, I've been in the marketing meetings on the boards, and they go, we can put, here's how it goes. Well, we have a peanut butter here and we want to market it. We know that there is a market for healthy products. We know that. So what we want to do is, what can we do to convince the stupid consumer that our peanut butter is actually healthy, when in fact we know it's loaded with chemicals and poison ingredients and hydrogenated oil that is causing heart disease and making them depressed and need antidepressants? Even though we know this is an unhealthy product, we know it. What can we do to convince the suckers, the stupid people, that it's healthy? I have an idea. Yes, sir. We can use the word all natural. Can we say that? Yes, because the government, sir, we've paid the lobbyists tens of millions of dollars, and they got the government to pass laws defining all natural. And it pretty much means anything. So we can put pretty much anything in the product and still call it all natural. Matter of fact, there are 15,000 chemicals that we're allowed to put in there and still call it all natural. And the people will actually think it's healthy. Perfect! So they put on all natural. It means nothing.
Oh, my friends, it's good to care for one another, you see?
How to tell if a diamond is real or fake using the dot test. Here I have two stones, one is a diamond and one is a CZ. To determine which is which, I first draw two red circles with a marker. Then I place the stones on top of the circles. Notice that you can clearly see the red through this one, and with the other one, the red is completely obscured. The see-through one is fake and the non-see-through one is real.
Ah, that is interesting. Ah, did you know of that trick?
A huge solar storm is going to be hitting Earth, particularly the United States. I'm going to be covering 6 big questions that need to be answered here. This article coming out today from The Hill, so that way you know exactly what's going on with the solar flare, the solar storms that are going to be coming towards Earth tonight. Now, also, this one coming out from CNN says why tonight's massive solar storm could disrupt communications and GPS systems. And also, this one coming out from NBC News today as well Severe solar storm expected to supercharge the northern lights on Friday. Today, the Space Weather Prediction Center has issued its first severe geomagnetic storm watch since 2005. Auroras, the northern lights, might be seen as far south as Alabama in the United States with everything that's going on. And in addition to that, speaking of storms and disruptions to communications, if you missed my live stream the past couple days, we heard that there have been disruptions to hospitals. There has been a cyber attack that has hit the fourth largest hospital chain in the United States. It is another cyber attack. This coming after we saw that one coming out from the pharmacies, the health industry disrupted. They had to pay off $22 million worth of Bitcoin just to get access to keep their systems going. Now another one being hit, Ascension Health. And then also, I've let you know that there has been severe weather warnings as well over the past couple days. Today they're saying could be pretty bad for some people.
My friends, do you think these are real stuff? You see?
Hey friends, got a fun one for you today. We're going to talk about why religion is the worst thing ever. And I'm being serious, okay? So it is a tool that is being manipulated to keep us enslaved in this world and the spirit world. So Robert Monroe discovered in his decades of astral travel consciousness research that the only way for us to actually ascend and graduate out of this realm is to become whole. Meaning our soul, every single time we come in for reincarnation, which is hundreds, if not thousands, it splinters off a piece of itself, sends it in, and then whenever you die, you're supposed to reunite with your soul cluster. Now, to soften the blow, the transition from life to death, what the system does is it creates an afterlife that you're expecting to see. So if, like your grandma comes and greets you, or your mom, or something like a, deceased relative, then that is like a welcoming thing, after you die. But people that are super religious go to a religious place. Robert Monroe discovered these and explored them. He called it the belief system territory. So what happens is, say you're super religious, say you're Christian, super religious, then when you die, you might go to a place where it's kind of like a virtual reality. You'll see Jesus up on top of a mountain. And you'll be like, oh my God, I knew it. Jesus is here. And you go to this kind of heaven-like realm, right? And you're supposed to go there and then kind of rest and relax and, after the big transition. And then at some point, there's people and their beings or whatever that try to transition you to the next levels, right? Where you go to your soul group and you start doing your earth life review and you start planning your next incarnation, that kind of stuff. But what happens is some of these people are so indoctrinated, so brainwashed, so religious, so over the top in their belief systems that they do not believe anything else exists, period, right? So whenever the guides and the helpers come to try to nudge them along. Okay, why don't you come over here? We got some more things to do. They're just stuck, and they get stuck in these belief systems. Now, Robert Monroe discovered, because he his soul cluster wanted to leave. It was ready. It had done everything. It had had hundreds of reincarnations, and it wanted to leave. It wanted to graduate, but it couldn't until it went back into all the belief systems and plucked out all the little pieces of its soul to become whole again. And once you're whole, then you get the escape velocity and you can leave, okay? So that's why he created what's called the Lifeline part of the Monroe Institute. And Lifeline is where he teaches people to go into these belief system territories and pluck out parts of your soul cluster, little splinters of yourself, and bring them to the cluster so that you can become whole. And this process is crazy long and intense, because these pieces are so swept up in that belief system that it's very hard to persuade them to leave. And because this is happening so prevalently, there's so many, it's like you literally have hundreds of you that are stuck in these belief systems. So it's like a full-time job, just going around, going into all the belief systems and trying to get these pieces of you to come with you so you can complete yourself and leave. Now, how is this being used? It's being weaponized, because on Earth, they have to do it here. Once you're in the spirit world, you see more, you know more, you're less weighed down with all this emotional baggage that we have here on Earth. So they can't really get you there. They get you here, because here you're susceptible. We have this this forgetting, right? We forget, this mind wipe. We forget all the stuff of our previous incarnations and our previous knowledge. So it's easy to indoctrinate people here and get them to follow a religion, okay? There's literally thousands of religions. It's not just the major five. There's thousands of them. And it doesn't really matter which one they get you in. So what they do is they use it here to get people so rabid and passionate and just swept up in all the different religious stuff that you're so, convinced that this is it, that that's all that there is and everyone else is wrong and you're right. You're so convinced that whenever you die, you basically sort of force this event to happen. Instead of going the natural flow, like you die and you go back up to your soul cluster and then you have your earth life review and you kind of rest and relax and you work on some skills, stuff like that, and you plan your next incarnation, you just simply go to this belief system territory and get stuck there. That's it. You're done. You literally are just floating on a cloud playing a harp for freaking eternity, because that's what you're convinced is supposed to happen. And they build that up here on earth, right? There's people, beings, systems that are like forcing this and just pouring fuel on the fire and getting people so indoctrinated that they're just brainwashed, and it carries over into your afterlife. And you might think that's no big deal, but one day, whatever, you're going to want to leave this realm. You're going to want to graduate. There's so much more out there, but there's somebody that's got people trapped here. So even though, like, say I might not be, religious, which I'm not, I might have had past incarnations. Actually, I can guarantee you I had past incarnations where I was. And I, as a whole, right? Because it's not just me. I'm just one little piece of this larger Jordan consciousness puzzle, right? I'm just one piece. So even though I might be like, hey, I'm ready to get the F out of here, guys. I did all my things. And I go up into the spirit world and I reunite with my cluster. They're going to be like, sorry, dude. A whole bunch of us are lost out there and we got to go get them, or we can't get the F out of here, right? That's what's happening, okay? So that's why religion is bad. It doesn't mean there's not a God. Of course there's a creator. It doesn't mean that they don't, mix in some good stuff. Of course they do. It's got to be believable, right? So it's built off of some truths. It has some good morals. It has some good things to it. All religions have good things to them, and all of them have some truths baked in there. But it's the intensity at which you believe it that causes the problems, okay? You have to be open to other things. You have to understand that there is more than this physical body. There's more than this physical world, and there's even more than our spirit world. You have to be open to all that stuff. If not, you get stuck, okay? And getting stuck is bad. There's supposed to be a flow. You're always supposed to be flowing, moving, leveling up, right? It's a big hierarchy out there. Like, this is just one little level of the whole game, and so many of us are stuck here. And I really think that a big thing we're supposed to be doing now is breaking down these walls, breaking down these belief systems, and like lifting the veil so people know and see that there's so much more, right? And you have to know that here on earth, because you carry that over on the other side. If you don't, then you just get stuck in those belief systems, and then you're just one more lost piece of yourself. Hopefully this makes sense, because this is one of the most profound things in all of Robert Monroe's explorations that he found, is that it doesn't really matter. Like, we can come here, like I can come here and I can have the most enlightened human journey possible. Then I go back up there and I'm like, all right, guys, peace out. And they're like, not so fast, dude. You're a part of this bigger group. And we have to realize that it's not just about us. It's about our whole group. And we're searching for this thing called escape velocity. We have to become whole, complete. No more belief systems. We have to be open and free-minded, okay? Free thinking. We can't be led and programmed by these people that are obviously doing this to keep us here for some reason, okay? Why do they want to keep us here? Why are they feeding off of this? Well, look at what religions do. It causes wars. Most of the wars, like everything going on in the Middle East right now, that's religious based. This is, like religion versus religion. Okay, that's what most wars are based in, is these like conflicting ideologies, right? And they're weaponizing it and they're pitting us against each other to keep us fighting here, because if we're fighting here on earth, then we're not doing what I'm doing, thinking, talking, communicating, trying to uplift people and enlighten people. That's what we're not doing. People are fighting. They're just mad at each other. Everyone's fighting, protesting, rioting, fighting. That's what we're doing. They want that. They want that. It keeps us dumb and dark and stupid. That's what they want. And then on the other side, it keeps us coming back into this constant reincarnation loop, because no one can escape because we're stuck here on earth and in the belief systems in the spirit world. This is what Robert Monroe found out. And you don't have to believe me, but I think you should believe him. Let me know, what do y'all think about all this? Have a beautiful day. Peace.
Ha! That answers it.
Rob, what is the Vatican keeping secret?
For their entire time that they've existed, they've collected manuscripts and relics and items from either campaigns or crusades. not only for their own research and to support their ideas, but also to prevent anything coming out. Because they need to control the information around biblical issues and the biblical dogma, they can't allow alternative views to become public, become disseminated.
What kind of things exactly are you talking about?
In terms of documentation, they've got 52 miles of shelving of books and manuscripts alone. So that will be everything from early first century fragments to potentially entire alternative gospels.
And why would that be damaging to the Catholic Church?
Because there's a potential for alternative views to emerge. There were lots of different books originally that were set to go in the Bible, and it was only through a process of politics mainly that the final books were chosen. There are also ideas that there's a book of Q that academics have termed a book that would have been the source material for the main Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, because the main Gospels were written long after the time of Christ. So if they've got something like a book of Q, that would undermine everything else.
Huh. Good vibes, man. Hey, wait. Pakistan reached on the moon, and some clips from Pakistani satellite Alhamdulillah were left here for us to see. My friends, hey, look at this one. And this is what went down. Do you think that's the moon? Leave your comments. Good vibes. Taiwan's electricity supply reports that more than 87,000 households are cut off from electricity. It's crazy, man. What's up? Is it because of the earthquakes or what's going on down? This is crazy, my friends.
Have you ever wondered why these guys are drilling holes in roofs and stuffing them with water bottles? It might seem bizarre at first, but there's a method to the madness. This technique, often seen in developing countries, aims to bring natural light into dark and windowless spaces, such as shanty houses or cramped urban dwellings. By inserting plastic bottles filled with water into the holes, sunlight refracts through the water, dispersing light into the room below. It's a creative and cost-effective way to brighten up living spaces and improve the quality of life for those in need.
Oh, that's some good vibes of producing light. And it works. Oh man, I pity the fish that were there when they were doing those experiments.
What the fuck? Serious?
You mean planes can do that? Overtake each other?
And you look into the center, and in the center see a glowing blue-purple light, which could be seen with the unaided eye. It looked like a star in the heavens.
Seth Putterman called it the star in a jar, a tiny spot of bright light contained in a flask of liquid. This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light, several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star.
New stuff every day here.
This newborn harbor seal pup started galumphing away from its mom because it wanted to go for a swim. This little pup is only about 5 days old at the time of filming this video. An amazing fact about these pups is that they know how to swim almost minutes after birth. Once they hit the water, they'll instinctively kick from left to right. As you can see, this 5-day-old pup is already a professional swimmer. These baby seals will play around in the shallows while their mom watches them. It's kind of like a supervised swim time. This young pup even body surfed the wave here. Now, although the bond between a mom and a pup is extremely strong, they only get about 4 to 6 weeks together, so they need to spend as much time as possible so the mom can teach the pup to survive on its own. During these 4 to 6 weeks, the mom will nurse the baby, provide swim lessons, and teach it how to hunt fish. You'll often see mother seals nuzzling with their pups. Right when the baby's born, the mom will touch their nose to the newborn pup. This is called imprinting. This lets the mom learn her pup's scent, that way she can ID her baby. In this clip, you can see the mom and the baby touching their nose and whiskers. This frequent imprinting will continually reinforce the bond between the mom and the pup. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you on the next one.
Man, that's incredible. It's lovely. Hiya, wait. What's going on here? Is this Good Vibes guy painting the mesh here, or is he cutting it? Huh? This is unbelievable. Oh, is he up? Wait, my friends, what's going on? Huh? Hey, wait, is this a normal wave or is something there in the water swimming? It's crazy, this one. My friends, is that a water vessel or a fish or normal waves? Whoa. Whoa, my god. These are giant waves. Crazy, man. Oh, my friends. Imagine being out there on the water and see that. You see? Oh, my friends. Did you see those things floating there in the sky? See, this large Bigfoot was chasing this unsuspecting hiker here. When he came across some Bigfoot who was following him.
This guy had no clue about this. Is it legit? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Oh, my friends, like Bigfoot decided to follow that guy spread ram.
Now this is how you teach your kids to wash their hands.
All these germs, right?
This is pepper right there.
Germs on door handles all over the place. Okay, so that's a lot of germs, right? Okay, put your finger in the germs. Okay, pull it out. Oh, look at all those germs stuck to your finger.
This is soap.
Okay, now put the germs in the soap, or put your finger in the soap, swoosh it around.
Watch this, watch
Okay,
this.
put back in the germs. So that's why it's important that we wash our hands. Germs don't like soap.
You can do this at home too. Just take soap. Soap breaks down water surface tension by getting in between those water molecules, causing them to spread out and take the pepper with them. Wow.
Oh, that's incredible, my friends, man. Some good vibes way of washing your hands there. Now, wonderful sauce, my friends. Good vibes Earthlings. Thank you very much for watching this video and clicking the like button. You see our very wonderful and incredible sauce. You see that Good Vibes guy there who was teaching their children to wash hands. It's just incredible. He's a fantastic Good Vibes parent. You see now wonderful sauce. If you are watching there and you have some kids or people that you help in bringing them up, you see kindly. Teach them love. Teach them kindness, honesty, forgiveness, and all attributes of Good Vibes humanity. You see, that way we can have a generation full of love, peace, and just caring Earthlings. Hit the like button there if you haven't, and stick around for some Good Vibes episode that will be coming soon. Peace and love be with you, man. Till next time, I love you all. Bye bye.